one of our most frequently asked questions.
I read the guidelines don't allow for graphics or text.
This is against Amazon guidelines.
Amazon generally doesn't allow text in main images.
How are these listings not getting
Is this
suppressed?
possible?
How do you get around this?
What can you actually do with a main image on Amazon? Well, this is one of the most asked and popular questions that we get all the time. This also comes from the aspect of we have been proudly pronouncing the main image hack.
The main image CTR hack.
This main image, this CTR hack.
Main image CTR hack.
The main image CTR with
main image CTR hack.
Main image CTR.
Got a main image CTR hacks.
Main image hack.
Main image CTR hack.
A main image hack. A CTR hack.
We have people constantly talking about, people constantly asking, isn't this against Amazon terms of service? Isn't this something we're not allowed to do? Isn't this not how you're supposed to go about selling? Well, I am here to break a lot of these myths today and talk about exactly what it means to do a main image hack, why it is allowed, and why it is something that everyone on Amazon should be doing. So first and foremost, what is a main image hack? A main image hack is essentially adding extra flair to your main image to improve your overall click-through rate. This can be done in the aspect of adding specific text to a box. It can be done in adding fruits to a page or anything like that. If we come over here and we take a quick look at some of the products that we have on Amazon, you'll see something like this. A lot of products where they will have in their main image a couple of very key things. First and foremost, you will notice they have fruit all surrounding the product. Now, the question there would be, is fruit allowed? Is this something that's allowed? Absolutely. This is absolutely allowed, and I will tell you the primary reason why. The reason why it is allowed is because people don't realize there aren't actually terms of service around Amazon images. Images on Amazon have their own form of rules, and it's just called image guidelines. So when you have an image that may potentially break, quote unquote, the image guidelines, instead of that being something that's actually against terms of service that could affect your account, Amazon looks at it as just an image issue. So they will take down images that are not allowed, but at no point in time are you actually affecting the listing, nor are you actually affecting your overall account on Amazon. Now, what does this mean you can actually do as far as the CTR goes? Well, let's kind of look at that. So you can see here, again, the fruits. What is the purpose of the fruits? It tells people the flavor. You can see the flavor down here is raspberry lemonade. They have some raspberries down here. They have some lemons over here. On top of that, they're also utilizing this cap. So they're using made with magnesium glycinate. So this is likely a very important keyword for them. So they are using that keyword on the cap. Now I can tell you with almost certainty, if you purchase this product from Nello, you are not going to be seeing this magnesium glycinate. This is likely not something that's actually there. You can also see down here, they have a picture of the actual powder as well. So this is something to always look for, is the actual product. So you can see the product, you can see what the actual product looks like. Again, this is a 3D rendered bottle. You can tell that very easily just from the cap and everything. So this isn't even really the product. This isn't a picture of the product. Everything here is essentially added on after the fact. But it gives a great click-through because people immediately know and can see this is a product with magnesium glycinate and it tastes like raspberries and lemons. Secondarily, we have something like this where you can see very quickly a vacuum sealer. You can see that has this in the background, the actual sealing bags. Now, if it comes with the sealing bags, I'm unsure. That would be a type of thing that we can look throughout this to see it, or is it just the machine itself? But it gives the impression to consumers of what the product is without even needing to say a single word. This, again, what I would consider to be a good main image CTR hack because people can immediately know what the product is just by looking at it. They even add in down here some asparagus and some steak to show use case of the product, which is great. Now, I can almost promise you this product does not come with asparagus and steak when you purchase it. Now, does that mean that it's necessarily breaking Amazon image guidelines? Technically, yes, but this is a very gray area as far as Amazon goes. Main image CTR hacks are a type of thing where Amazon has never really enforced the idea that you have to abide by certain things. As long as the overall image is showing the product and its use case, or anything that could potentially come with the product. So again, in this scenario, we are seeing the bags here, we're seeing the use case of the product. It is not necessarily wrong. Now, if you are to add, for instance, a bunch of text over here in this little white area, and it's not attached to anything, it's not showing on the product, it's not on a box or potential packaging, then yes, that's going to be something that will immediately get the image taken down. The way to get around that is to make packaging for the product. So you can see, for instance, a very, very good example of this would be Mary Ruth. Now, Mary Ruth has some great listings overall. They do great stuff over there. The biggest thing to look at here is that they have a great main image CTR hack where they are showing some packaging for the product. Whether or not this is the actual packaging that this bottle comes in, I'm unsure, but I would bet that it is not exactly this. It was close to it. They'll have delicious, gut health, and 5 billion CFU. These are obviously the type of things that people want to see. The probiotic gummies, extremely large, so that when someone is scrolling through, and if we just look really quick, if we do Mary Ruth, we can very quickly see the purpose of this. We know exactly what the product is. We can't see or read anything on this, but even in this tiny little image here, we can read thicker hair, hair growth. We can see multivitamin here, energy, immunity, beauty. That's the purpose of a CTR hack, so that you can immediately tell what the product is when searching on the actual search bar. So what can you actually do with your overall main image? You can add product packaging that you can then add text to. This is going to improve overall being able to read and know what the product is just from a first glance at the image. You can add specific scenarios of use for the product. So again, things like the packaged meat, where you can very quickly see what the product purpose is and what it's for. You can do things such as the fruits on supplements so that people understand what the actual flavor of that supplement is as well. All of these are within guideline for main image. Again, a very gray area on Amazon. It's not a terms of service issue whatsoever. So Amazon has no terms of service around what you can do with your main image on your listing. It's entirely to do with how Amazon is going to view it from the image guidelines section. Image guidelines, the worst case scenario is they take down your image and say, hey, you can't use this. So I'm always going to suggest when you're testing out new main image hacks to add a secondary image in there that will replace in the event that your main image gets taken down. If you have that as a extra layer of protection, there's no issue to your product whatsoever. So hopefully this clears up some myths, some misconceptions around main images, main image hacks, and how you can apply them on Amazon. There are a lot of different use cases for main image hacks and how to actually use them. I'm always going to encourage people to add their top keywords and explanation of their product in as few words as possible onto the actual product using things like banners. This is going to significantly increase your click-through rate and hopefully get you a little bit more conversions as well. Hopefully this helped a little bit. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below. We post new content like this all the time. Check us out here on YouTube. If we see any new main image hacks, definitely we'll keep you posted.